Doja Cat finally got her Negro wake-up call.
What happened to Doja Cat's career is so sad because it's all an effect of her own self-hatred.
American Eagle has very many people that buy it, just like the Gap. And when you're a brand that appeals to so many people, you have to be very cautious of your advertising. And of course, we've seen big companies before make nightmarish ads that come back and bite them in their behind. And this is very true with American Outfitters. They released an ad earlier
American Eagle has like some very comfy jeans.
Last week with Sydney Sweeney. And this campaign says this.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a milk merchant. Sydney Sweeney, she's pretty, bro. People be hating on her. Some people I've heard say that she has a koala face. I don't think so. I think she's pretty. Damn.
My jeans are blue.
Okay.
She's first referring to her genes that basically make her who she is physically.
Okay.
All right. And then obviously her color of her eyes, which are blue. And it then ties in.
Chat, rate her 1 to 10. I think she's pretty. I think she's like a solid, like I can envision her without the makeup. She's a solid 8. She's very, 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 very pretty.
Into the fact that the jeans that she's wearing is blue, right?
Okay.
Really what she's saying is something else. I am white, blonde with blue eyes, and I have good jeans that match the jeans that I'm wearing.
Huh? Why? Okay, listen. Why is that a bad thing though, that she's saying she has great jeans? Think about it. Why is that bad? I don't think that's bad. If she said I have the best jeans out of all the other races, sure. But if I'm saying I got great jeans, if I'm as a black person, yo, I got great jeans. But I'm about to be 30 this year and people constantly tell me that I look 24, 25. That means I have great jeans. I don't understand the uproar.
For all people who are not Caucasian and look like that, you're offended because if you're not like Sydney Sweeney, then you must not be attractive. And obviously because they selected her for that particular ad.
Because she's hot, bro. She's hot with fat tits. What do you mean? Bro, what? She's hot with fat tits. That's why people like her. You know what I'm saying? Is she a model? Is she an actress? I don't even know what Sydney Sweeney is, to be honest with you. I just know that she pops on the timeline and this is elite milk right here. This is elite milk right here. That's all I'm gonna say, right? I don't know who she is. I just know the name. I have no idea what she does, and she came out with soap from her bath, her bath water. But as far as like, there's nothing wrong with her saying that she has great genes, in my opinion.
It could also be inferred that whoever isn't like that isn't attractive.
Hey, you want to go to American Eagle?
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
How do you get from... That is a very, very, very extreme take on saying that because I have great genes, that these people over here, you're not attractive at all. I said nothing about you. I literally was just talking about me. I swear it's a personal Olympics.
Now, this is a black woman who probably liked American Eagle before, but the way that she took this ad was, hey, listen, I'm not white, so I can't shop there anymore. But she wasn't the only one.
Literally nobody in the world can convince me that Sydney Sweeney is anybody's beauty standard. Anybody who actually looks at beauty objectively. Because what? I can go right next door and find 3, 4, 5 Sydney.
You're not the best looking chick either, though. Like I said, Sydney Sweeney is like a solid 8. This chick right here is like a solid 8. You know what I'm saying? Different genes, different bone structures, different all that. But she never said that. All the white bitches, all of us, we're the finest of them all. And all of you black women are just ugly and disgusting. She never said that. The company never said that. Wow. Oh, God, get that off my screen. I know you're not talking about black women. Hold up now.
What did you say?
What's good with you, Purple?
Sweeney's.
People wasn't making everything about
Sydney
race?
Sweeney is ugly, but she's a solid 6 on a good day. Sydney Sweeney would get lost in a handful of people. Nobody's breaking their necks over Sydney Sweeney.
All right.
So scratch that, because white people, y'all beauty, the way y'all see beauty be real weird. Real weird.
But wait, There's
talking about the Megamind in front of me? She didn't even have a big head. What are you
more.
talking
So
about?
obviously this is rage bait, but here's what nobody's really talking about. This campaign is poking at women's greatest and most tender insecurity under the patriarchy, which is desirability and the beauty standard. It affects not only non-white women.
Yeah, appreciate it for the follow. Appreciate it for the follow. Sinker in the motherfreaking building. You play F-13, the game before? Nah, never.
And even though this is clearly
Let's
white
go with your game.
supremacist, Aryan race propaganda, but it also adversely affects the majority of white women who do not naturally have blonde hair and blue eyes. Because yes, even the women who can achieve this look have to do it through artificial means in one way or another. The vast majority of white women are not naturally blonde. It's a very, very, very small percentage who go on to be naturally blonde in adulthood. Sydney Sweeney herself is not even a natural blonde.
Friday the 13th game? Nah, I never played.
So the last
The servers are down too.
lady says something important. Even Sydney Sweeney is not a natural blonde, so even if you're white, it still hurts you also because you're not being represented. And of course, if I'm the creative director of American Eagle, I'm not going to make an ad like this, but maybe they did this because they understood it will cause controversy. And if that was their plan, it was genius because they got a certain person who mocked the ad. Doja Cat came out with her version of the American Eagle ad.
Talk to me, Doja Cat. Wasn't she in those racist chats with her feet showing? What are we talking about?
And did this.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Now, in this ad, Doja Cat is mocking Sydney Sweeney.
You bugging? How am I bugging?
Now, remember, the creative director of this ad was very insensitive to people who are not white or blonde hair or blue eyes in their appearance. And Doja Cat is basically
I'm not gonna lie, this is like the biggest reach of all time. This is a super big reach.
reminding them of that fact. What she's doing is she's transforming Sydney Sweeney into a degenerate hillbilly accent, which this also struck a nerve into many white people. This person says, now the world knows Doja Cat is racist.
Oh, geez.
The original tweet that they shared says, only in America can a jealous black woman like Doja Cat make fun of a white woman like Sydney Sweeney and give her a hillbilly accent and not be considered racist. This other person here writes, Robert Seffer, whatever his name is. Doja Cat is an African American that is seethingly mocking an ad campaign featuring a blonde, blue-eyed Sydney Sweeney with good genes. Also, Doja Cat.
Doja Cat look good though. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen Doja Cat with all makeup, but right here, she look good, gang. She looks good.
What she's trying to say is, you're making fun of her for being white, but you want to look white. Now, she is half black, half Jewish, but you get what he's trying to prove here. You're black, but you have blonde hair that isn't really blonde, and you want to look like Sydney Sweeney with the good.
Even then, that's a reach. Who says she wants to look like Sydney Sweeney? I feel like, bro, the internet nowadays is a bunch of people just overreacting to get impression and clicks.
Genes, and you're mad because you don't have those good.
Bro, she looks like the everyday white woman. That's why she's so relatable. What are we talking about? That's why Taylor Swift is so relatable, because she's a very, Taylor Swift is not the most attractive woman out here. She can't really dance. She sings all right, but she's so relatable to across the board for a lot of white women. That's how she, you know what I'm saying? That's how Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. Think about it. Greatest marketing person, artist ever. Taylor Swift.
Sydney Sweeney with the good genes, and you're mad because you don't have those good genes. Now then, if you can see what several blogs did. Now in this case, Swifty, LOL, look at the pics they chose for Doja Cat. What they did was they put Sweeney looking very attractive, and then they have Doja Cat looking like very hood and ghetto, but you could say it's still shots. But again, they're trying to make the case that, hey, this is what she looks like. And it wasn't just that blog here. The second one here, INKL, Doja Cat and ex-American Eagle staffer and more unleashed on that Sydney Sweeney over that ad.
You know what's very funny about this type of stuff, because they're also playing the blogs and stuff. They said Doja Cat, an ex-American Eagle staffer, and more unleashed. That word unleash makes it seem like Doja Cat was just calling her all types of crazy names. She just mocked what she said. But the word that they say, unleash, is crazy. Yeah, she's little in the motherfucking bin.
Now, I didn't know that she was there before, but
you get
my point.
What'd you get into
So
today?
basically, the world is starting to get mad at Doja Cat for making fun of Sydney Sweeney. In reality, which was, in my honest opinion, like a racist ad. But then something weird happened.
Any games today? Yeah, we're gonna react to 4 videos and then we're on games after.
Black women do this.
And Doja Cat sitting up here mocking Sydney Sweeney in that American Eagle commercial. We ain't forgot what happened in them chat rooms. Who told you could do that? I bet you if you had the opportunity, you would have been in that American Eagle commercial.
Facts.
I promise you would have.
Facts.
To sit up here and mock that commercial like you wasn't doing what you was doing years ago to get where you are now in those white supremacist chat groups, letting them call you all kinds of derogatory names. Yeah, we ain't forgot. You just want to be on the trend so bad. It's like y'all be thirsty and desperate to try to.
What did she do? Doja Cat mocked Sydney Sweeney. It's a nothing burger, but it's something we got to react to. Cause country work out eating with my friends. Nice. What'd you
Be
eat?
regular. It's like, oh, let me jump on this trend because I want to be just like everybody else that's posting about it. But you're not regular. You're not.
Oh shit.
So this sister is like, yo, hold on, wait a minute. Like, I don't agree with what happened with American Eagle, but you're not the person to be talking about it. Like, you were in that same chat room with those same white racists that basically we can infer that you're trying to mimic them with the hillbilly accent. Now, this is not to say that people with deep Southern draws on their accent or, come from certain parts of the South are all racist.
Sounds good.
But it can be inferred that people believe that folks who happen to be hillbillies, if you want to call it that, or people who are there are racist. So you're making fun of the people that you actually hang out with or that you want to hang out with and get.
Bro, people are getting bombed right now and we're talking about this.
What did you?
They just really think about that. Think about what we choose to get mad as a society. This is funny.
Approval from. And now you're doing this out of what? Jealousy? Are you mad because she's better looking than you? Are you mad because she's white and you're not all the way white? And keep in mind that Doja Cat dates specifically only white men too, right? So that's another thing.
She looks crazy right now. Does she not look crazy in the face, bro? She look like a teddy bear. I don't know.
But then there's more.
Why are we acting like Doja Cat hasn't shown y'all who she is from like the very beginning? The girl was in them chat rooms showing feet. Y'all don't remember that? The girl was out here dating alt-right besties and wearing neo-Nazi t-shirts. Did we forget that? She has shown you guys that she is like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
This other lady is saying, listen, Doja Cat's been a weirdo. And this was before this even came out. Yeah. So people are starting to say that Doja Cat is somebody who can't be trusted. And she has this behavior before. What could this
I've noticed that mixed women with white dads are weird.
Really mean? Now, number one.
That's just something I've noticed. Like specifically like black and white women with white dads, they're kind of,
American Eagle and whoever the creative director of this ad has been in this business probably for a long time. This is not a rookie mistake. Putting this ad out, they know people would be talking about it. Ad. And would American Eagle get some slack? Yes. Would they lose some customers? Yes. But who is American Eagle trying to appeal to? It's white audience. That's what American Eagle wants to do. It wants to sell to its white audience in America. Its white audience.
But what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? There's a thing called business and there's a thing called targeted demographic. So I want these types of people. You know what I'm saying? So you target certain groups and certain people. This is business 101. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Not everything has to be geared towards black people. Like
in Canada,
and I'm half black. You feel me? But that just sounds stupid.
Because they're saying that basically, listen, this is where we want to be. And here's something else that they know. Some of the other groups out there who are Asian or close to white, may not be offended by this ad, and the reason why, because Sydney Sweeney is the beauty standard.
She's pretty. But I guess I'm a white knight. My girlfriend is white, so I guess I'm a white knight. But she's pretty. If anyone was like, nah, this chick is ugly, bro, you're just lying. It could be. There's two things that can coexist. She can be attractive, but not my cup of tea. If you're just like, oh no, she's ugly and blah blah blah. What? Come on now.
So they're
I've been streaming. Oh, have you seen that I've been streaming Grounded? No,
still
you got
going
Grounded?
to shop.
We should play me, you, and Sharp
up there anyway. Now, what's happening is because of the political climate that we're in, and as whites are getting a little bit more emboldened, you're going to see companies take bigger stands.
I don't honestly. I just think women are attractive. You know, all across the board. I don't think there's not one woman, not one race of people that are more attractive than the other. Just being honest with you. I think the reason why I have a white girlfriend now, you know, well, first of all, she stepped to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't step to her, and she stepped to me twice. The first time I was like, Second time, you know? So we started talking after.
Then before, and be less.
I go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated.
Less politically correct for their ad campaigns and their marketing to who they're really wanting to go with as consumers. Now, this doesn't mean that
you should get the second one, gang.
They're going to stop you as a black person from going in and buying. But what it means is they're talking to their audience, and that audience may or may not be you. Let me give you an example. I happen to be in Nairobi just a month ago.
Why was it so loud just now? The dun! If white girls are called snowbodies, then what are white men called? I have no idea what they're called. I ain't gonna lie to you. Do they even have a... I don't think they have a name.
2 months ago, to be exact. And I was in a particular part of the town where a lot of the Chinese bunnies had restaurants. Now, they're not in Uganda.
Bunnies are women, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just refer to all women as milk. Like, black women, that's some grade A chocolate milk. You feel me? Asian? That rice milk be hidden. You feel me? Indian? What they got? They got coconut milk. They're coconut milk. You know what I'm saying? Hispanics, horchata. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Justin, you already know. Horchata milk. You know what I'm saying? And then we got white milk.
Much as they are in Kenya.
It is what it is.
But I did notice something, and shout out to Taylor Made Dreams. He's the one that really put this out there like 5 years ago. Almost every restaurant and everything they own was in Mandarin Chinese. It wasn't like the other businesses that were in English that you can say you can go into and buy something. It was in Chinese. All right. So what does that mean? If you can't read in Chinese, you don't know what kind of restaurant it is. It's a Chinese restaurant.
Or you could just ask the waitress, I can't read this. Can you explain to me what this food is? You don't have to be offended and it's not in my language, so I can't eat here. What are we talking about, gang?
They have Chinese menus, but if you go in there, of course, they're serve you. But what are they trying to tell you? They're telling you that this business is really not for you. We will take your money, but this business is for us. And, you know, I didn't get upset, and none of us get upset when the Chinese do it. But now what's happening is whites are doing it, all right? And they're doing it as a strategy to be more succinct with their audience and who they want their audience to be and to become different from the competition. American Eagle is taking a bold stand. And if I'm a black lady, like the first lady there, I'm going to say, look, that's who your audience is, fine.
Smash, right? Sydney Sweeney is fine.
But I'm not going to shop there. And Doja Cat, who's getting roasted by these whites, she deserves all that she gets because Doja Cat is a hypocrite to her own message.